Oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
Well, anyways, welcome to the cytoplasm, where the first step of cellular respiration occurs.
Glycolysis, which means the breaking down of sugars. Glycolysis is an ancient pathway which harvests energy, where energy transfer first evolved. Our goal here in the cytoplasm is to break down 6-carbon glucose into 2,3-carbon pyruvate, like this.
Did I tell you about this?
That's a lot of damage.
Believe it or not, all cells utilize glycolysis. Life on Earth first evolved to live in an environment in which oxygen was not freely present. Glycolysis produces 4 ATP, but 2 ATP is needed to perform the process. So therefore, glycolysis has a net gain of 2 ATP, making it exergonic. This is an anaerobic process. This process also produces 2 NADH.
Pyruvate now enters the mitochondrial matrix. It is a 3-step oxidation process. It releases 2 CO2. It also reduces 2 NAD to 2 NADH. It produces 2 acetyl-CoA, and the acetyl-CoA now enters the Krebs cycle. Through stepwise catabolism of a 6-carbon citrate molecule, it evolved later than glycolysis. We ended up with 4 ATP after going through the Krebs cycle 2 times. The Krebs cycle also produces large quantities of electron carriers, NADH and NADH2. The Krebs cycle also produces a hydrogen gradient to run ATP synthase.
But there is a better way, the electron transport chain.
The electron transport chain is a series of proteins built into the inner layer of the mitochondrial membrane along the cristae. It transports electrons down the ETC, linked to pumping of hydrogen ions to create a hydrogen ion gradient. Once the electrons reach the ATP synthase, they head back to the start of the ETC. The hydrogen ions flow through ATP synthase to add a phosphor to ADP. Once that is done, it yields 36 ATP. Once the hydrogens are through the ATP synthase, oxygen is taken from the lungs and taken into the mitochondria, where the hydrogens are combined with the oxygen to make water. Water is the byproduct. The process of hydrogen ions flowing through ATP synthase is called chemiosmosis. Since oxygen is used during this, it is an aerobic respiration. The ETC requires oxygen. Without oxygen, we couldn't function.
I'm gonna head out.
Hey, I'm the process of fermentation. When there's not enough oxygen in your cells, I occur in the form of lactic acid fermentation. Our goal here is to turn the pyruvate into lactic acid. However, this is a reversible process. Hi, I'm yeast and I'm suicidal. I turn pyruvate into ethanol and CO2. I make around 12% ethanol and then I die. You can't reverse this process.
Here's the human model of ATP synthase.
Substrate level phosphorylation is a metabolic reaction that results in the formation of ATP by the direct transfer of a phosphoryl group to ADP from another phosphorylated compound.
Thank you for watching.